Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be just taking you guys through all of my plants in my collection that I have in my Ikea Greenhouse Cabinets. I'm actually going to be watering all of the plants today, so I figured it would be a good time to show you guys some updates on the plants and how the cabinets are looking. This video is going to be very relaxed because it is currently 6:30 in the morning. I'm up pretty early just because I want to be able to get my plant chores done and out the way. So just waking up like a little bit earlier to tend to my plants helps out a lot so that I don't have to do it later on late at night and everything like that. And like I said, we're going to be watering the plants, tending to them if they have any yellow leaves, and overall just giving you guys some updates on the plants and some other things. This plant right here is that little succulent plant that I have. As you can see, it's definitely grown a lot. It's super fuzzy. It's so cute. It actually grows out of this like tuber right here. But yeah, I've had this plant for like almost a year now. It's doing pretty good. In here, which this needs to be addressed soon, these are the newest batch of alocasia jacquelines that we potted in moss. So they are starting to sprout. They have gotten quite big, as you can see. The lid really doesn't fit on there. I'm just trying to make sure that there's a lot of water in here. So this is what we got going on in here. We have quite a few, and I know we have like a few more that haven't sprouted like down in here. And then over here we have the Aglaonema pictum tricolors. Honestly, these plants are really annoying. I grow mine in pon and leca, and I obviously need to like repot these ones specifically because they are like completely outgrowing their little container, and literally I fill this water like all the way to the top, and then within a few hours it's empty. But yeah, they're like slow growers. I've had them for like about a year now, and I feel like they're kind of finicky and they're slow growers. Like as you can see here, this one was kind of a newer leaf and it's already yellowing. This one's yellowing. We had a yellow one. This one had like 4 leaves and now it has 2. It's a really gorgeous plant. It has beautiful like variegation on it and everything. But it is a very slow grower, so if you're in the market for one of those, just be aware. Over here in this corner is low-key kind of sad. This right here is a philodendron glorious. This is just a little seedling. It was actually like a pup that I found in one of the glorious plants for the shop. We just keep that right here. In the back corner right here, this is the Scindapsus trubii, like the moonlight one. I've had this plant for a while too, and obviously like I don't pay attention to it because it's just trailing like and doing nothing. I'm probably gonna cut it down and then like get it on a pole so that it can just like grow upward, but I've been like super lazy with it, and this is the result. Right here is another like pup of a Syngonium Wendlandii. And then this one here, it's actually an Amidurium. Put out these 2 super long runners, as you can see, and finally put out a leaf. And honestly, that is my fault. I don't have this plant like on a pole or any like type of support. I literally just stuck that stick in there like a few days ago. But the only reason it put out a leaf is because it clinged on to the backing of the cabinet, and then it finally put out something. So unfortunately, I'll probably have to cut this one down and start over. Back here we have the Bromox variegated. This guy has kind of just been growing like out of control. It has like this really bushy look. So it has like all these like growth points and stuff like that. And we'll probably cut it soon. But you can see it has like some really nice variegation here. I really love this plant a lot because the variegation is just so nice. So over here, this is my Monstera obliqua, which is doing good, but unfortunately it's putting out a runner. Like I don't even know where it's at. It's just growing in here, so I have to get with that. I probably am gonna cut it up and put it like in like the little prop jar so we could have like some obliqua nodes or something. It's my fault again because I wasn't paying attention and it was growing off of the pole. Down here is the Pink Princess and then the Syngonium red spot tricolor. The Pink Princess is in pon, and you guys know that this is like a top cutting of the mother Pink Princess I have, which I'll show you in a little bit as well. So this is how the newest leaves are looking. Super bright and vibrant. Then this right here is the Syngonium, which is also pretty vibrant. I'll show you in a second once I'm done watering it. I love this plant. It's just so beautiful. The color is just such a nice pink. So this is what it's looking like. It has dark green, light green, and then the pink, which makes it the tricolor. It's really beautiful. It gets a lot of attention on Instagram. People love pink plants. Hiding in here, we have my philodendron white princess. This one is actually impressing me because it's actually putting out these half moon leaves. And this one even has like a splash of pink on the leaf. This is what it's looking like. For a long time, this white princess was just putting out like speckled variegation. So it has like another leaf on the way, so I'm curious to see how much white it will have. Next to the white princess is the philodendron Jose Bueno. This is one of my mama plants. You can kind of see, but it's growing in pond. And so far, I've already cut this plant twice while it was in pond, so it's doing pretty good too. This was one of the newest leaves, and then this one just came out this week. Down here, this is the Cerasus mirabilis. This leaf is like probably on its way out soon. This one is still looking really good. I love this plant. It's just really pretty and not talked about enough. So if you can ever get your hands on one, I definitely recommend it. It's super cute. It's really easy to take care of. We have a Milano Chrysum over here. For a while, it wasn't doing that great because I couldn't get it to like grow any leaves, but as you can see, we got a new leaf here and it's growing up the pole, so thank goodness. Then in the back corner we have an amidurium over here, and then we have an epipremnum alba over here. The epipremnum is actually still on an actual moss hole, like it has moss in the moss hole, not like my soil-free potting mix. I put it in there because I had to take pictures of it to showcase it for the shop, and then I just never changed it, but it's okay. It's been putting out some pretty leaves though. You can see this white one has like some of that yellow color, and now it's growing like attaching to the cabinet, which I don't really care. And then this amidurium here looking beautiful. This is amidurium medium blue. This one was a top cut of the mother plant in the greenhouse. I have two in there. I have one on the shop and then I have a mother plant. This one was the top cut. And now this one is looking better than the mother plant. Alright, so we finished watering this cabinet. So let's move on to my double Detolf. So we're in the Detolf now. This right here is my anthurium clarinervium. As you can see, it just finished doing the little pollen thing. I did collect some of it and I froze it. So hopefully we'll get another anthurium to be ready. But I honestly don't think so. I feel like that process is just really long to like make the seeds and everything like that. I just feel like it's really long. So honestly, I don't really care for it. So I'm gonna just cut this off because like the whole thing is like yellow and it's like squishy. Even down here at the base, it's like squishy. And it actually does have a new leaf coming in down here. So it will have 5 leaves soon. But this leaf right here is like my favorite. The clary is just such a cute plant. It's an easy anthurium too. So back in the corner, we have my anthurium luxurians. There is a yellow leaf here, which I'm about to cut. You guys know that I love my luxurians. This is like one of my favorite anthuriums that I have. Been like one of the easiest ones as well, considering like how expensive it is. I like the texture of it and I like how it doesn't have the velvety leaves. It just looks really different. Some yellowing here because there was like a point where I just like wasn't watering any of my plants, but the rest are looking pretty good. So let me just cut this guy out. And this was actually one of the original leaves, like one of the babies. So now all the baby leaves are gone, and I've had this plant for, down here I have a really like depressed crystallinum anthurium. I have it in pond and it would do so much better if I just took the time to repot it, but I've been so lazy and busy that I just haven't gotten around to it. This is what it's looking like. It tried to put a leaf out here, but didn't work. So I'm just gonna cut it. But the roots are like really nice. So, and this was like the first anthurium that I ever put in pond. So in this top corner, there is a lot going on over here. This guy got stuck because I didn't catch it and it ripped. So it has a big hole in it, which sucks. But oh, it's actually putting out 2 new leaves at the same time, which is interesting. Hope you guys can kind of see them back there. This is the Brielle Exara. It is really beautiful. I do love this plant a lot. It's a recent purchase of mine, maybe a few months ago. So obviously this plant is outgrowing the space. So probably today, later on today or something, I'm going to just move it somewhere else for the time being. I'm probably going to put it in the greenhouse, but for right now I'm just going to leave it there. So I'm just going to water it and then I'll come back to it later. This right here is one of my anthurium queens. The last cleaning video I did, literally I had knocked over my queens and everything and they got damaged, but now it's putting out a new leaf, so that's good. I really love the queen, but it is such a finicky anthurium. I don't recommend unless you have time and like patience, because I sure don't. And then right here, this is like a little anthurium seedling I've had for a while. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. This is another seedling. This is the Anthurium King. Then in this corner we have the Anthurium Doriaki. This one put out this big leaf on the top. This plant is so cute, you guys. It's such a cute little round anthurium. I think I actually got it from an auction last year from somebody on Instagram. And it was super little, and it's still little. I think it's just a little plant, but I really like it little. This little seedling right here. This is I think this is a crystallinum crossed with a regale. Probably. I got it from Ecogenera. And it put out this leaf right here as of recently. Super cute. This is the other busted queen. But it is putting out a new leaf. If you can see right here. So hopefully that new leaf looks good. And then I can just like cut this ugly leaf off. This plant right here, this is a crystallinum crossed with a Bessier Af. This is the newest leaf. I got it from Ecogenera as well. When the new leaf comes in, it comes in that red color, like how that Brielle Exara does as well. I love when the anthuriums, like their new leaves come in that bright red color. It's just so gorgeous. Can you imagine if they stayed that red? All right, let's move down to the bottom. So the bottom is kind of difficult for me to show because my whole little setup here of me trying to record and water and like stand here, it's really narrow, so I'm doing my best. In this corner, this is the big Pericio Verde. It has a yellow leaf back here, so I'm gonna just cut that. This plant is growing in pon and it's like on a leca pole back there. I'm just going to top off the pon with some water and spray down the leca pole. I'm so sorry if it's hard to see. This plant literally takes up like all the space in here with its like big leaves. Next to it is a Syngonium aurea. I just showed this one off in my January favorites because it is gorgeous. And I'm just going to quickly go through these ones because the camera angle is just awful and I'm so sorry about that. And it's really uncomfortable for me as well. We have Syngonium albo in the back. This guy right here. You guys know I love my Syngonium albos a lot, but I have definitely downsized on them. I had like 10 of them, but now I only have 2. So I don't know why I love Syngonium albos so much. I think they're so cute. Then here at the bottom, this is another Syngonium albo in pon. This guy right here is a Syngonium mojito. It's reverted though. So it was bigger and it had like 3 plants in it, and I actually just separated the plants last night. So I'm just going to keep the 1 leaf and then just sell the rest for like really cheap since it's reverted. And then this is my Epipremnum pinnatum albo. It was a cutting, so it has a really large leaf, but you know, since it was cut and now it just puts out these little ones. But I honestly don't really care because it's super low variegation and it kind of just does whatever it wants to do, so I really don't even care. And then in this corner, this is just some little props I recently took for my own collection, just for like my sake, I guess. We have Florida Ghost here, Syngonium Red Spot Tricolor, Adansonii Mint, Pothos Manjula, and then the Philodendron White Wizard. This one actually just put out this half moon, like, oh my gosh, so beautiful. And then at the bottom is the Mother Plant Pink Princess that's been rooting in water. I'm trying to show you guys without spilling the water, but these 3 leaves on the top, they're the newest. And as you can see, it's definitely time to get potted up. So I will definitely do that soon. Now we're in the Milsbo. This is the Milsbo tall. Right here is another Syngonium aria. This is propped from that Syngonium aria I just showed you guys. And this guy is in pon. In the back here, this is the mother plant of that Adansonii mint, and now it's putting out a new leaf here. Everything up here is in pon or leca. Plant right here is the Hoya clemensorium or something like that. I'll put the name up on the screen. This one is one of my favorite Hoyas because it is just so like prehistoric looking. Like, it doesn't even look real. It's a really cool plant. I got it as an import last year from Aroid Asia, actually. This is a Hoya multiflora, and it's going to bloom again. It actually just finished blooming not too long ago. So here is the start of the new blooms, and then these are the, those are the old ones. This one here is the Hoya glabra. This is from Equigenera, the recent pop-up that I went to in January. It's very similar to the Sarawak, but it definitely has like different characteristics. This one here is a cute little Hoya I recently got. Don't know how to pronounce the name, so it's right here on the screen. I had it water propping, and I recently moved it to pon. So this is how it's looking. Super cute. So next to it right here, this is Hoya Sarawak. This guy also was like a 1-leaf cutting, and now it's got 3 leaves. So it's looking so cute. Everybody loves the Sarawak. I've been trying to get more in for the shop. I think I should have some soon, actually. In the back here, you can kind of see this is a Hoya fungii, which is like an underrated Hoya. I feel like it's so nice. It's super cute. It has some splash on it. Super cute. This one here is the Hoya australis lisa. Then in the back is the Hoya parasitica. I think it's the splash. And then in this little section is my Hoya obovata. I recently moved all the Hoyas to this top shelf, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. And then up here we just have some seedlings. This is Anthurium queen. This is a hybrid anthurium. I think it's like a dock block and a crystallinum. And then this is an Anthurium forgetii. Growing seeds is like a good way to get some more rare anthuriums for a cheaper price. So I definitely recommend that if you're looking for like certain anthuriums but they're out of your price range. A lot of people on Instagram and Facebook groups sell seeds. So I was able to get this dock block like hybrid as like a little seed, and then like maybe like in a year or so it will like actually be a full plant. But it's still a lot of fun like growing them. Some little yellow leaves, some of the older ones. Cut those. Look at how big this one came out though. So cute. So on the bottom here we have a lot going on as well. This is a variegated bromarx. This is a little cutting that I took from the mother plant in the Rudsta. This is how it's doing actually. It's so cute. I love the variegated bromarx. I'm going to show you in a sec, but this is the philodendron Florida Beauty. This is that bottom cut of this Florida Beauty here. So it finally put out some leaves, and we have another like fully variegated Florida Beauty, which is so awesome. And then like I said, this is the top cut of the Florida Beauty. I have it in pon. It's just like stuck in this corner, so I can't really take it out right now. This is the Monstera Adansonii archipelo, something like that. These are the newest leaves. This one is in pon as well. And if you're wondering where I get all the glass like containers I use for like pon and leca, I get them at the Dollar Tree. Then over here in this corner, obviously we have the big Monstera albo that everybody loves. Not watering this guy today because he was watered recently, and I'm very particular about this plant. And same thing with this Thai, not watering it today either. It'll get watered another day. The Thai is really prone to root rot, so I have to be very careful with that, so not today. This is the Philodendron Ploumani citrus. You guys know I did just get this guy at the Equigenera pop-up as well. And it does have a new leaf coming in, so I'm super excited for it. I don't think that this plant's going to last very long in here because it's already getting quite big. Then we have the Philodendron Glorious here. I actually also talked about this one in my January favorites. It was so little before, but this is the newest leaf. It's so nice. I love the Glorious. Then down here in this corner, this is a bottom cut of the Philodendron White Wizard. Has a yellow leaf, so I'm going to cut that. The top cut is the one I just showed you in the Detolf, the one with that half moon. Hopefully it will continue to put out those half moon leaves, and this one is now growing a growth point. It's right in here, you can't really see it. Alright guys, so we are finished watering all of my plants. As you know, I only keep my plants inside of my Ikea greenhouses. I like to keep my plants organized in a specific way, so keeping them in the cabinets makes things much easier for me. Really happy to see that we didn't have too many yellowing leaves. I've been really trying to stay on top of my watering. There was a point where I just wasn't watering plants and they were all suffering, but I feel like they're looking really good now and I really love them. I hope you guys enjoyed all the updates and seeing how I water the plants and everything like that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!